Hello, BookTube. Well, I just got back inside, so I have a snowstorm report for you, and I was right. The This thing is getting worse. It's much stronger than it was a few hours ago when I took the girls out last. And the key factor is the winds. The winds are causing snow drifts. So out the back door, there's only one step down to the ground. So I use that for my dogs because they can't walk. And the drifts are over their heads. And as I expected, even when I plowed away for them, the uneven ground and the chaos of the air and the wind and the snow blowing in the face, it's too much for them to be comfortable. They're just not steady enough on their pins. But I forged ahead down to the sidewalk because this is the last time either one of them is going to experience winter. And they seemed excited, just a little inconvenienced. So I pushed on all the way down to the sidewalk. The street is utterly deserted. And what do I see when I get there? The mail truck. Tom from Tipperary, bundled up head to toe, needing to park in the street because there's no parking. There's no sidewalk anymore. The borders are all gone. He said that he was making a limited run of stops to his favorite people before just closing it up. He can't drive uphill without getting stalled. He can't get down or up most streets. There's no visibility whatsoever. He doesn't have to be out. So he's going to call it quits. But right as we got there he was with a tub of books. So while he was dropping them off, I was bringing my little senior citizens back inside. So I have a snow day mail haul for you. I can't believe it. You must be getting sick of me by now. But I won't keep making Bombo Genesis videos, I promise. I'll give you a rest so you can go on to other people. So I thought we'd do this, and it ends in a box. So it's not a bad mail haul. You're actually seeing more books on this channel today than on the next dozen BookTube channels. But you don't seem to mind. So we'll just oh my, okay, well, this next one is from Harvard University Press. It's not something I requested, but it is a Steve Hot Button topic. And it's got a very simple title. It's by Franklin Zimring, and it's called When Police Kill. This comes out in a week. Deaths of civilians at the hands of on-duty police are in the national spotlight as never before. How many killings by police occur annually? What circumstances provoke police to shoot to kill? Who dies? The lack of answers to these basic questions points to a crisis in the American government that urgently requires the attention of policy experts. Okay, but we have answers to every one of those questions. Simple racism causes them to kill, and black people die. That is a simple, factual answer. It might have been contestable before the age of dash cams and ubiquitous cell phones. It is not contestable anymore. If you are a mouthy white guy and you mouth off to a cop at a routine traffic stop, you'll get your window broken, maybe. You'll get written up, maybe. There'll be arched courtesy, and that'll be that. If you're a black man and you do the exact same thing, you will die. You will be shot dead, and the cop won't care that he's on camera, and he won't be punished. So I don't. I guess I'll read the book, of course, because obviously it gets me going. But I don't understand the point of asking straw man questions like that on such an important subject. So I guess I'll just have to read and see what the author has to say. But if we muddy this into something other than what it self-evidently, flat on its face is, which is simple racism, then we're making things harder to fix. But anyway, it's a rocky start, isn't it? Oh, these things, look at that. They're still wet from being outside. He left them on the porch just for the short time it would take me to get around the house and back inside, because I can't get my little old ladies up the front steps. And they got soaked in the meantime. All right, well, what have we got here? This is, oh, if ever there was something that was going to warm up a snow day, it's Penguin Classics. So what have we got here? This is the new Pelican Classic of Richard II. Is that gonna focus? Can I get that to do that magic trick? Oh yeah, there we go. This is these new with these sort of Art Deco covers. This is Richard II. Fantastic. And then we have look at that. It's wet. Even on the inside of the package, the book is wet. This is another one of something that we saw just recently. We saw that collection, remember the other day, we saw Beauty and the Beast, an original anthology of animal wife and animal husband folklore. This is the same thing. This comes out in early March. This is the Book of Magic, From Antiquity to the Enlightenment. It's a collection of this rich, fascinating anthology of the Western magical tradition. Sketches it from its roots to in wizardry in the Old Testament and the rituals of the ancient world through writers like Thomas Aquinas, John Milton, and Matthew Hopkins, and up to the tangled, arcane beginnings of the scientific revolution. Wow! So it's just an original anthology full of stuff, all juxtaposed together by the mind of one editor. That's fantastic. Okay, all right. Let's move on here. All right, New Penguin Classic. Very nice. Let's see. Okay, here's another brain buster from Harvard University Press. Also with a very simple title. This is by Terry Pinkard, and it is Does History Make Sense? Hegel's philosophy of history, which most critics view as a theory of inevitable progress towards modern European civilization, is widely regarded as a failure today. In this book, the author argues that Hegel's understanding of historical progress is not the kind of teleological or progressive account that its detractors claim, but is based on a subtle understanding of human subjectivity. Okay, so this is not a larger inquiry into does history make sense. This is a smaller inquiry into Hegel. Okay, that's interesting in its own right. But all right, so that comes out in late February. Boy, we're compensating for the last few mail hubs, all this brainy content. Oh my God! It just keeps. This is a Harvard University Press day. It's another one from them. This is by Mark Granovetter, and it is Society and Economy: Frameworks and Principles. The work of exceptional ambition by the founder of modern economic sociology. Is the first full account of Mark Granovetter's ideas about the diverse ways in which society and economy are intertwined. Okay, all right. This comes out in February as well. This is quite a bit of exercise for the little gray cells. Now I'm actually yearning for a crappy romance. Let's see what this thing is. Oh, all right. Well, this is much more up my alley. This is Eric Burns. This is Someone to Watch Over Me. It's the story of Elliot and Eleanor Roosevelt. Let's see here. Eleanor Roosevelt is viewed as one of the most pioneering women in American history, but she was also one of the most enigmatic and lonely. Her loveless marriage with FDR was no secret, and she had a cold relationship with most of her family as well, from her distant mother to her public rivalry with her cousin Alice. Yet she was a warm person, beloved by friends, and her humanitarian work... You don't like Eleanor Roosevelt? No? Oh, still a little upset, aren't you? Poor thing. Oh. Can't get comfortable when it's moist. When it's wet and cold outside, she just can't get comfortable. Neither one of them can. But who shaped Eleanor? It was the most unlikely of figures, her father Elliot, a lost spirit with a bittersweet story. Elliot was the brother of Theodore Roosevelt, and he was as winsome and charming as Theodore was blustery and competitive. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so this comes out in mid-March, and it's a study of Eleanor Roosevelt's parenting. That's interesting, isn't it? I really wish it didn't have a cliche for a title, but I guess maybe the author didn't have any say on that. So, and then we have the box to end this out. This will be the last book haul of the day. I promise. There's only so much you people can take. Let's see what this. Plus, I'm losing what little natural light the day has ever had. What is this? Oh my! Oh, this is a Jess book. Those of you who are new to BookTube won't know her. Her channel's been gone for quite some time. but this is go straight to her. This is called Mr. Darley's Arabian. How High Life, Low Life, Sporting Life, A History of Racing in 25 Horses by Christopher McGrath. Little Steve pet peeve. As you can see, the book has 3 titles. Okay, so annoying, but an audacious and inspired history of horse racing told through the bloodline of 25 exceptional Arabian steeds. Oh yeah, this is a chess book, definitely. Much more her than me. I wonder who the steeds are. So this comes out in mid-March. Will the chapters be named after them? Who are the steeds? Oh no, the chapters aren't named after them. Well, who do we have here? Any names that I will know? Probably not. No, the book does not name them. Okay. But the story of racing is about man's relationship with horses, and Mr. Darley's Arabian also concentrates on the men and women who owned, trained, and traded the stallions that extended the dynasty. The Great Eclipse, for instance, was bred by the Duke, who foiled Bonnie Prince Charlie's invasion, and went on to lead the Jockey Club. But he only became a success once brought and raced by a card sharp and a brothel keeper. The race course has always brought high and low life together. Huh. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, our last snow day book haul. We have Mr. Darley's Arabian, the history of famous Arabian horses. Someone to Watch Over Me, about Eleanor Roosevelt as a child. Society and Economy, about economic sociology. Does History Make Sense? An inquiry into Hegel's understanding of history. Here we go. Let's do When Police Kill. And 2 Penguin classics, a reprint of Richard II and a new anthology of magic and magic lore throughout history. So there you go. That is our last book haul of the day. So you can rest a little easier now. I'll see you soon, book 2. We'll see what the world looks like tomorrow. Good Lord.